Alright guys, so welcome to my video again, and where we finally doing part 2 of my deck profile weekly for Yu-Gi-Oh! I started to realize after doing this video I almost lost a certain amount of time because my camera here can only hold 20 minutes, so that's just a small issue that I'm going to try to fix eventually and maybe someday, depending. But anyways, let's just try to get this deck profile up and running. This won't take too long for this one because, believe it or not, you guys, this is my very first, well, not my very first. This is another character deck profile I've been doing, and this is for Sherry LeBlanc's Floral Nights. And I've been waiting for years. I mean, like, literally years since Sherry LeBlanc's first appearance to her deck. And there's been a few changes here and there. And then, so tonight, I was waiting patiently, and I finally got all the cards I kind of need for the build I want to build. And I cannot wait to show it to you guys. So this deck right here is going to be season 2 with season 3 of Sherry LeBlanc's, from the time when she was first appeared to the time that she went a little bit evil. And then from here on out, I think it's probably like Sauge de Fleur, not Sauge de Fleur, manga too. So I'm not 100% sure all these cards are coming from, but, and then of course more support. So yes. So without any further ado, let's hop right into this video. And yes, in this one there's gonna be a shit ton of monsters, so please be patient. First off, we're playing 2 copies of Necro Fleur, which is also a tied for Sorciere de Fleur. So if this card is ever destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon 1 Sorciere de Fleur from your deck. Or, yeah, from your deck. And it's a 0 attack, 0 defense, yeah. And of course, we're playing the lovable 2 copies of Fleur Synchron. When this card's been used for a synchro material, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lure monster from your hand. So we are running a few level 2 monsters in this deck, so that shouldn't be much of a problem either. So that would be a little bit more fun. Next, we're playing its dark counterpart, the new one, Necro Synchron. So we're playing 2 different Synchrons in this deck at once, and this one is a variant called, this card's name becomes Fleur Synchron while this is on the field or graveyard, in or out of graveyard. You're going to use each effect as the following effects per turn. You can target 1 face-up monster you control, increases level by 2 if until the end of this turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as single material for a win monster, you can special 1 level 1 plant monster from your deck. I didn't realize that. I could have gone to like a... No, I'm sorry, I forgot. That one requires a clear wing card, so that's the new one. So yeah, 2 copies of her, and then 3 copies of Noble Knight's SpearHolders, which is another engine for this deck that requires. So when she's normal or summoned to the field, maybe in general, you can add 1. Oh no! Wait. Let me rephrase that again. Hold on, guys. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 level 8 or lower monster you control. Its name becomes Fleur Synchron. It is also treated as a tuner monster into the end phase. You contribute this card and add 1 equipped spell from your deck to your hand. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, that was a little bit of a roughest one. So basically, she can help you get the tuners up and running in case you don't have Fleur Synchron or Necro Synchron in the grave. So there you go. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Noble Knight's Shieldbearer. When she's normal or special summoned again, you can banish this card. Oh, if this card was special or normal summoned, you can banish 1 light monster from your graveyard to draw 1 card. You can banish this card from your hand or field. Add 1 level 6 or lower wind monster, wind beast monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So this card will help you get off like White Steed or White Horse of Floral Knights. So that's why that card is pretty much an essential, knowing for drawing, and it'll help you get your synchros up and running. 3 copies of Noble Knight Joan, or in my case, Sacred Knight Joan, just because it's a, not only if it's a Noble Knight card, but it's kind of like still belongs to Sacred Knights as well. And Joan's skill is, you all probably hate it, but her main skill is when she's sent to the graveyard, you can target one lower 4 or lower warrior monster in your grave and add it to your hand. You can send one card from the cost is you have to send one card from your hand to the graveyard. That's just the cost. Next, for the higher uppers, we're playing for the sorceresses. We're playing 2 copies of Sorciere de Fleur and also 2 Sauge de Fleur or Sauge de Fleur. Now, Sauge de Fleur skills is you can target one monster you control and one card on the field. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, destroy them. If this card is sent from your field to the graveyard, you can target one other monster from your graveyard, shuffle it into your deck. Then add one level 1 plant monster from your deck to your hand. So, believe it or not, these cards literally have an ability to bring out Necro Fleur. So if I really wanted to, I could play maybe 3 of it, but that's just unlikely. Now for beasts. We're playing 3 copies of Horse of the Floral Knights. When this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can add one Noble Knight monster from your deck to your hand. You can also splash this in with regular Noble Knights as well, just to make that little Steed happen. But this is mainly for Sacred Knights. And once per turn, you can use this for fusion summoning of a fusion monster using materials using this card and one other monster in your hand or field as materials. So there you go. Yep, that's pretty much it. And then finally, for our last monster, we're playing 2 copies of White Steed of the Floral Knights. Now, this one's sort of like synchro summoning, I believe. If you control a level 2 or lower monster, you can summon this card from your hand in defense mode. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one card you control, negate the attack, and if you do, destroy that targeted card. So, at a cost of one of your own monsters or cards, you can just negate the attack of one of your opponent's monsters. So, it does have a lot of built-in negating as well. So, yeah. Also, sorry guys. So keep in mind, you guys, this is just for a fun deck. This is just for fun. Nothing too serious. Nothing too crazy yet, but just for fun. So that is monsters. So for spells, we're playing 2 copies of Ecole de Zone. So this card is acquired by zoning the spell. And this skill is, if a turn player summons exactly one monster, destroy it. And if you do, the controller of that monster special summons 1 mass token. So spellcaster dark level 1, question mark attack and defense to their field, which cannot attack directly with attack and defense equal to what the destroyed monsters had on the field. When this card leaves the field, destroy all mass tokens on the field. So I don't know if this kind of ruins your opponent's chances of winning, but it looks like a fun card. It might be a little better, but we'll just see what kind of happens from there. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Soulbiting Gate. This card to me was a bitch, honestly. Sorry guys, I'm a little distracted tonight. Anyways, Soulbiting skill is, to activate this card, you must control no monsters, and a set spell and trap card you control must have been destroyed by card effect this turn.
During the main phase, if exactly one monster with less attack than your life point is summoned, and you have Zone Z1 in your graveyard, destroy that monster. And if you do, take out 800 damage. Then inflict 800 damage to your opponent. So, it's a little bit of back and forth burn effect to both players. So, that to me alone is a little risky card to play, but it's worth a try. Next, I'm playing 2 copies of Fleuret de Fleur, a unique spell card that only works for level 2 monsters. And it also resurrects level 2. So, by targeting one level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, you can special summon it, but negate its effects. Also, equip it with this card. When this card or equipped with this effect leaves the field, destroy that monster. The equipped monster gains 700 attack. If this card is sent from the spell or trap to the zone to the graveyard, you can equip this card to a Synchron or Synchron monster you control. So basically, it can equip to itself with Baroness or Chevalier de Fleur. Or, do I have other ones in here too? Let me check. Nope, just those 2. Okay. Next, we're playing 2 Z1s. And then 2 polymerizations. And 1 monster reborn, just in case. I was going to put Harpy's Feather Duster in this deck, but we'll just wait and see what kind of happens. I might change this later on tonight, but we'll see. So yeah, that is all the spell cards we're using for this deck. And then finally, for trap cards, surprisingly enough, we're playing 5. So I'm playing 3 copies of Liberty at Last, a very old card for some of you who've played the game Tag Force 5. And then 2 copies of Pennant of Revolution, the new spell card that came with the Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm. So these ones can, when this card is destroyed, add Liberty at Last from your deck to your grave, or vice versa. I know it has to do with these 2 connected. And I don't think Sherry actually used that many traps anyways, so that's probably on her though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then for extra deck, we're playing 2 copies of Baronne de Fleur. And yes, I know she was very tough to get, but I pulled these 2 out of my own boxes by chance, so I was happy with that. Then I'm playing 2 Chevalier de Fleur. And then we're playing 3 copies of Centaur Mina, just because of her ability. And her skill is, once per turn, during your turn, when your opponent activates a trap card, quick effect, you can negate its activation. If you do, set that card. You can only use each of the following effects of Centaur Mina once per turn. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower monster from your hand or graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material for a wind monster, you can destroy 1 face-up monster on the field. Okay, good card. And then we move on to generics. 1 Sacred Noble Knight of King Custennin. Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus. Daigusto Phoenix, just for that level 2 play. Number 29 Mannequin Cat. And then 1 Isolde, 2 Tails of the Noble Knights. Just for that little extra Noble Knight summoning, seeing as some of them do have Noble Knight in the name still. So yeah, this deck right now is currently still in testing. Ever since I still got the cards, but I'm glad that I actually got all the cards. So I cannot wait to try it maybe tomorrow or later on tonight. So anyways, you guys, that is my conclusion deck profile for Fleur and LyricalIsc. I hope you guys did enjoy the videos. Sorry it took so long, and I'm sorry my voice is a little cracked up, but I did try to pull through and try to give you guys Yu-Gi-Oh content as much as I can when I get time. It's just my Vanguard deck profiles is a lot more easier to do because there's actually a lot more cards I can do and use with. But I'm giving you guys a chance right now to look at the deck profiles I'm currently making. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below and see what happens. So, I'm Siren Frost, signing out. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.